Greetings and welcome to Pinball Stories. These are stories of games in my collection and games that I've picked up and the behind the scenes of how they were acquired and interesting little history and other notes. I want to thank you guys for helping support the channel and everything. And so I'm going to tell you about a very interesting game here. When I look at this imagery, I think crazy girlfriend. That's what I think. I think crazy girlfriend. Maybe that's just me projecting my past relationships. But crazy girlfriend in space that makes you want to leave the planet. It's like a spaceship flying with some kind of weird looking woman lording it. But this is the infamous Mars Trek game. This is not your typical game. This is a game made by a company called Sonic out of Spain, and there's not a ton of these games around in the states, but you'll run into them every now and then. Now, there's something that makes this game super special, though, and I'm going to share that with you in a minute. This is not your typical Mars Trek or Sonic. So let me tell you a little bit of the story about this. I think I picked this game up in North Arkansas. It might have been in Bentonville, where the whole Sam Walton and the Sam's Club and Walmart and all that are located. The big corporate offices. I think that's Bentonville, Arkansas. But I don't remember exactly where I found out about this. It might have been a Craigslist post several years ago, and I'd heard good things about Sonic games, and I've always wanted one, but they're just very rare. They're like Zachariah games. Some of these European pinball manufacturers, there was very few of their games that made it to the States, right? But every once in a while you'll hear of them, and they come up for sale, but they're much, much rarer. Now, I don't know, over in Europe they might have been much more common, but this is a game that I ran across a few years prior in a pinball competition, and it's a really great game. And I think Keith Elwin, the highest ranked pinball player in the world, either still owns one or did own one, and he thought it was a really good game too. And I completely agree. It's a very fun, interesting, challenging game. It's got a unique playfield layout that's non-linear. Let's take a look at that. You can see down here. It's got a number of interesting features in this game. The playfield is urethane coated, and it has no wear on it. It looks like the day it was made. It's just beautiful. It's an interesting game. Well, let me tell you what's really special about this game. So I answered an ad, and the guy said he picked this game up from the Pinball Hall of Fame. And I said, nah, that sounds like bull, because I know Tim, and Tim very rarely sells games, But I called him and I said, you mean Tim Arnold over at the Pinball Hall of Fame? He said, yeah, I know Tim. Tim sold me this game. I'm like, you pardon me if I'm skeptical, because I've talked to him before, and he doesn't ever seem really interested in selling games. It's pretty rare. I mean, I know it's happened every now and then. And the guy says, oh, yeah, send me some pictures. So I go and look at the game and check it out. If you've been to the Pinball Hall of Fame, you might recognize, I don't know if he still does it now because this is years ago, but these yellow 3x5 index cards. As soon as I saw that and I saw the writing on it, I knew this guy was legit. This came from the Pinball Hall of Fame, because in the original location as well as the second location, and I know he's building a new place on the Strip right now that's probably going to be magnificent. Maybe he'll finally get everything more high tech, but everything was always kind of lo-fi, low tech. And one of the things he did was, which I guess was his way of adding a little panache to his arcade, is he would write little stories about the games on these 3x5 index cards, and he would just tape them to the back glass. And this is the original card that was actually handwritten by Tim for Mars Trek. And I'll put pan in and you can read it. Let's read it. It says, one of an unknown quantity built, game number 993, Sonic Mars Trek. It says, built in Spain, all the parts are exact copies of Williams parts except for the coin door and bumper caps, which was made in USA by Williams. An interesting and colorful game with a urethane-coated playfield that never wears out, from Reno, Nevada. And that's the little story. And to me, that's what really makes the game the coolest, is this really did come from the Pinball Hall of Fame, from Tim Arnold's personal collection, and actually has his little handwritten card there, which I consider to be, a permanent part of the game. It's what makes the game really kind of special. Um, I love this game. It's a fun game. It's challenging to play, and ooh, the power button is pushed up on the bottom of the game, so I can't turn it on. But this game was working, so I don't know what happened. I'll have to reset the power button, but it works and plays. It's a fun little game. It's got, you got to spell Mars Trek, Marstrek, with all the different things. It's got these offset angled rollovers up at the top, and then there's a kick out, and then there's a little loop-de-loop over here. It's a fun game. It's a great game to kind of get you. You have to be precise with your shots. You have to know how to nudge. Fun, simple, good game for competition. I really like it. And this artwork is just crazy off the hook. I just love it. The colors are beautiful. A lot of the Europeans just had really colorful, eye-catching artwork, and this Mars Trek is no exception. And it's a game I really love, and it's been in my collection forever, and I can't see myself getting rid of it. And so there it is, the story of Mars Trek, a game actually that was in the Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. And I've seen a number of these around. I have no idea how many of them are actually in existence, much less in the States, but there's probably at least 4 or 5 that I know of, but not much more than that I've ever heard of. So if you know where more of these games are, or have any ideas of how many of them are around, leave a message in the comments. Tell us more. If you know more about this game, you've played on it, let me know what you think. And if you've got a fun story, please share it with everybody else. And visit the website, pinballhelp.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube/PinballHelp. And until next time, thanks for watching.